energy, drastically reduce the consumption of fossil fuels and therefore CO2 emissions. Despite being expensive, the cost is lower than that of coal plants and even nuclear plants. Minimal waste. The waste it produces is minimal, causing a less environmental impact as well than that caused by oil and coal.
Now we talk about the disadvantages geothermal in Mexico. Let's start with the first disadvantage, which is to produce geothermal energy you need a lot of money, so it's expensive. I think if a person with an average salary finds difficult to pay the energy they consume, it's difficult for them to be able or willing to pay for something much more expensive. The second disadvantage is to confirm that worldwide requires very specialized and expensive research. The validation of this energy is a very long process, which means that it's discouraged since many people are not very accessible to this process.
In 2017, CFE's power plants generates 52% of the country's total energy. It is desired that by 2032, geothermal energy generation reach 3% of the total generation in Mexico. Some disadvantages of this type of energy are: the technology is very similar to that hydrocarbon exploration. Although Mexico has an expensive renewable energy strategic planning is needed that project a sustainable growth of energy matrix, and for this is necessary to promote renewable energies free of pollution.
The etymology of the word geothermal derives from the Greek geos, which means earth, and from thermos, which means heat of the earth. Geothermal energy is a branch of geophysics that studies the thermal phenomena inside the planet and the process required for the industrial exploration of the heat to produce electrical energy and other uses. Thermal energy comes from the heat that is released from the incandescent core of the earth, through the model of the sun and the surface. The other part of the heat is made up of radioactive decay process in the metal and the also release energy.
Geothermal energy is practically an inexhaustible source of energy, and Mexico is a country that has benefited from many thermal manifestations throughout the national territory. As if that were not enough, there is a volcanic belt that runs from the Pacific Ocean to the Gulf of Mexico. The electrical energy produced by geothermal source is less than 2% of the country's total. Despite the factor that more than 2,361 thermal manifestations.
Mexico ranks 6th in taking advantage of direct uses of geothermal sources. The three most important are United States, Indonesia, and Philippines. However, the theoretical potential that exists in our country to produce electrical energy based on geothermal sources is almost 13 billion megawatts. Putting things in perspective, the installed capacity for the production of electrical energy in the United States in 2015 was a little more than 1 million megawatts. In Mexico, the total capacity installed in the same year was 68,044 megawatts.
Interesting technologies already exist for exploration, location, and exploitation of the source. One of the most striking is terminal vision, tomography or thermovision. In OB, this acronym is TVT. This technology uses infrared vision to detect hot sources from space satellite, being able to use cameras, planes, helicopters, drones, etc. This technology represents a great opportunity to reduce cost, especially reducing the time required by other technologies, but for exploration.
The geothermal energy in Mexico is so interesting to talk, and it's so very opportunity to Mexico to generate clean energy. For example, eolic. But this type energy need help. For example, Hemex. Hemex is one company Mexican to generate geothermal energy. Is the regulator this type energy, but this company not working alone. This working with CONACYT. CONACYT is one part for the governmental Mexico. And remember, this type of energy is so necessary to change the past energy to new energy.
What is the use that is given to geothermal energy? Geothermal energy is used in the drying of fruits, vegetables, fish, wood, greenhouse development, seed cultivation, reforestation, flower growth, etc. But it also has other applications such as entertainment centers, for example, water parks, spas, and medicinal centers that are great attraction for tourists. The world is currently poised for future change. New and improved technologies often emerge, as well as better financing schemes. Also, cooperation and dissemination of technical knowledge worldwide is becoming easier and more immediate. Combining these factors with the many lessons learned from the past, such as Iceland, will prove to be an incredible idea that will allow countries to be sustainable.